Not enough. I make not enough. Now, jokes aside, though, roughly I make about $100 to $200 a day, with Uber and Lyft. Of course, it does range a lot, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to waste your guys' time here, but I mean, you already heard I make about $100 to $200 in a single day. Um, yeah, I guess I could try to break it down for y'all if you want me to, but but yeah, I'm currently on lunch right now. From Uber and Lyft. So far it is 1:45. I think I've been working for about 3 to 4 hours, and I've made I would say roughly about $50 to $60, which isn't like that good, but I will say today is weirdly slow. It's a Friday, and it's the second day after Christmas. I honestly wasn't sure if it was going to be busy or not. I was kind of guessing that it would be a little bit busier after Christmas. Everybody's got to get back to their home, or people need rides to the airport, back to the airports, like after the holidays. But I guess that's not really the case right now, at least in the area that I'm in. I'm not exactly gonna say. I'm pretty close to San Francisco, that's all I'll say. But yeah, I kind of live in like a semi small, semi big town, I guess. But I do live pretty close to an airport, but I have not gotten any airport orders yet. At the same time, though, I haven't really been hanging out around the airport, so I guess that is kind of on me. But yeah, I would say usually through Friday through Sunday, I would say that it is closer to the $200 mark that I do make per day. Like I said, sometimes there's days like today where I'm probably only going to be able to make like 150, and that is in pretty much an 8-hour span. I only drive 8 hours. Sometimes I drive a little bit more, but I try to, because me and my girl, we live together, and I have to go drop her off at work and then pick her up as well. So I basically drop her off, and then I start my work, and then I pick her up, or I clock out and I pick her up. And then sometimes I do work afterwards. It just depends if it looks busy or not, or if, quite frankly, I feel like it. Sometimes I don't. I mean, obviously it's not like a strenuous job, so it's like, but sometimes it's like mentally draining, especially dealing with these freaking psychopaths out on the freaking roads. Yeah. Sorry if I'm like rambling about shit. I do it all the time. But yeah, on a day like today, I'll probably be making about 150. Hopefully more though. The cool thing is that with Lyft, they have an incentive for electric vehicles. So if you do 50 rides in a week, that's an extra $100, which isn't really like, it's nothing that crazy. Technically, it's like an extra, like $2 per ride if you complete it, which is cool. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it is extra money. It's kind of an incentive if you drive an electric vehicle. I drive a Tesla for Uber and Lyft. It is my personal vehicle. I don't rent it through them. I honestly don't know how much it is if you rent it through them. I heard it's like $300 like a week or something, but I could be completely wrong about that. But it is my personal vehicle. I pay roughly about it rounds off to $500 a month for the Tesla, which I know it is pretty expensive. Because me and my girl both kind of use it. Right now, we're kind of paying like half for it, because I mean, I use it for work. She uses it for like other stuff, but also to like get to work. But I primarily pay for all all the charges. Of course, since I'm the one using it all the time, I'm primarily paying for all the charges. But yeah, right now, so yeah, it's 500 for the payments, and then my insurance is fucking through the roof. It's like 387, I think, a month. That one's it is pretty high. I think it's because I got a ticket, like, what was it, like 3 years ago? I think it was a speeding ticket, so, you know, I was an idiot. I was speeding in my old Chevy Camaro, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, I think it makes it like $30 or $50 higher. So I'd still be paying like over 300 for it, or like roughly about 300 for the insurance, for the monthly insurance. So we have the car payment, which is like 500, and then you could round off the insurance to $400. So that's about $900 in payments right there, which is already a lot. That is a good freaking bit. But a lot of times with Uber and Lyft, I do make that in the week. Especially if I'm keeping to that $100 to $200 a day range, I could for sure make it to that roughly 800 to 1,000 in a week. I'm not sure exactly how much I make in a week, because it does range. Like I said, it ranges all the time. I've even had weeks where it's been like super slow, or either I've just been like super busy doing other stuff, because I'm trying to like go to school and stuff like that, where I do make like 600 for that week. But normally it's never below that. It's never below 600. And of course, that's for me. Honestly, other people, they work way more hours with Uber. Some people work like, I think it's 12 to 16 hours. I believe they don't allow you to drive more than 16 hours. But that's only for one platform. You could also do like 16 out. I wouldn't suggest driving more than 16 hours. That's too much. Like, honestly, don't. No, it's dangerous. You could put other people in danger, put yourself in danger. It's good. Just get that rest. Get that rest. Even if you're one of those psychopaths that like only survive off of like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 hours of sleep, just don't drive more than 16 hours. But like I said, typically I drive roughly about 8. I am going to try to increase it, but to be honest, with starting school this spring, it's going to be kind of hard to like balance that, to work more than 8 hours and go to school full time. I don't know how I'd be able to do that, so 8 hours is probably like chilling for me. Hopefully I don't have to work less, but we'll see when we get there. But yeah, so already 900. Now for the charges, for charging, like let's just say right now, this charge will cost roughly about $12. And that's for the first charge of the day. And then I'll have one last charge pretty much before we go home. So that way I could start with a full tank or full charge. And then that's probably another $12. So roughly every day I'm spending, sometimes it's less, of course. It just depends if I'm driving on the highways a lot. But with Tesla specifically, yeah, I'm paying per day anywhere from like $15 to like $30. I don't think I've ever paid more than $30 in a day. I do only fill it up to 80% though, because that's the recommended. I'm not trying to like wear out the battery. But yeah, so yeah, if that's $30 a day, and then what, times 30? I don't even know. I suck at math, but I think that's roughly about like $900 a month. In a week, let's see, 30 times 70, or 30 times 7, let's see, 7, 14, 21, so about $210 a week. But that's if I'm driving 7 days a week. I only normally drive 6 days a week for Uber, sometimes 5. Of course, there's other stuff I gotta do. You know, you gotta spend time with the girl too. So roughly, I believe in a week I'm spending about, let's see, anywhere from 150 to 180 on charging. So that's a, that's a decent amount. But to be honest, I feel like I would be paying way more with a gas vehicle. So I'm completely okay with paying that, that 150 to 180, especially if I'm making that grand or 1100. There has been a week. I think my best week was about 1100 with Uber. I mean, I did work a lot, but it was also like during, I think it was during Halloween, the Halloween week. So I was making like pretty good money that week. People were tipping pretty well. So yeah, it was about 1100. Roughly though, or normally I would say that I make like about 900 to 1000. So like, you take that into consideration, and then you have bills. Of course, I pay rent, utilities, Wi-Fi, stuff like that. But this job does help me pay for all of those bills and have money to put aside. I still have money to put aside. If you guys are curious what my rent is right now, it's pretty cheap. It's like $450 right now. That is because I have roommates, and I also have my lady. She's living there too. So it's like, it's pretty cheap right now. We do only get a room though. So, that is what that is. I know soon we'll be trying to move out, but for right now, yes, rent is $450 that I pay. And then actually it's $475, my bad. It's $475, not $450. I forgot that rent did go up just a little bit, an extra $25. So it is $475. Of course, I have my phone bill that I pay. Phone bill is fucking expensive, man. Honestly, me and my girl on a plan together, but that shit is still, I thought it'd be cheaper just getting a plan together with her, but it's still like 200 something bucks, man. It's like $205. And we have T-Mobile. That shit is fucking trash, dude. Like, god damn, we pay so fucking much for that shit. Like, damn, like, apparently though, they have a deal over at Xfinity though. It's like $30 a month or something for a line. We're gonna see if that's true, because if so, we're switching over to that, man. Like that extra 150 that we could save from a phone bill, that shit'll go a long way, bro. That shit'll go a long way. But yeah, this job definitely pays the bills. Am I trying to do this forever? Well, obviously now I'm not trying to do this shit forever. I'm trying to become a software engineer. But for now though, for someone, I'm gonna start school this coming year. It's December 27th right now, 2024. So school's just about to start. I believe January 13th of 2025. So we'll see how that schedule, going to school, full-time student, and doing Uber works out. I'll obviously keep y'all updated. I'll do kind of like a day in the life type of video, even though I kind of find those videos like pretty cringe sometimes, but mine won't be anything like fucking unrealistic. It's just gonna be literally like my day in the life of being a freaking student and doing Uber at the same time. But so far it has paid the bills. Like I said, I've been able to save a little bit of money. I'm not a huge spender, but I do have like my hobbies that I collect. I collect like Pokemon cards, which is fucked because that's an expensive ass hobby. But even with that, I'm able to save for like a trip to Japan that we're planning next year. So yeah, man, I mean, it's able to get me by. Of course, things would probably be a little bit different if I had a gas vehicle. I feel like if I had a gas vehicle, it wouldn't cost like 150 to 180 a week for gas. Of course, it just depends what vehicle you have. But like, say if I had my previous car, Chevy Camaro, I'd probably be spending double that. I'd probably be spending like 300, 330, 350 a week for gas. But obviously, or would I? I feel like I probably would, man. Honestly, that thing was a gas guzzler. Like, it was all bad. It was all bad. But yeah, that's how much I make a day. I make roughly $100 to $200 a day. Of course, on weekdays like Monday through Thursday, it is a little bit slower. So I usually am around that like $100 to $150 range. Honestly, $100 though, that's a bad day, like for me, because I'm like, okay, either like, I don't know, I was in a shit area that day, or I just, I don't know, man, like it's a bad day. But honestly, if you really wanted to, especially if you're single or you don't have any other like priorities like that, you could pump out like a 10-hour day, bro, and you'll easily make the $200. You'll easily make $200. Yeah, I of course in my 8-hour days, like sometimes I fit in the gym, so then it's not really an 8-hour day. Then it's like a 7 or 6.5 hour day. I try to make it up after work though, or after I pick my girl up, or sometimes I make it up like before. Either way, I try to work 8 hour span. You're gonna be making, I would say, yeah, around that like 150 range, in 8 hours, which honestly isn't bad. I mean, it's not like the best, but there's worse out here, honestly. Like, shit, I don't know how much like McDonald's is paying right now. Actually, no, they're paying pretty good right now. So, who knows? Maybe you could make more at McDonald's, but I don't think so. But yeah, y'all, thank you for listening to me ramble. This probably wasn't that good of a video, but at least it's real. Yeah, and I don't know, I'll try to keep y'all updated. I'll try to post every day, see what's up. Yes, sir. Have a good day.